House of the Dragon has just delivered one of its most brutal episodes yet. And by the time the credits roll, both the Blacks and the Greens are beginning to lose control of the war from within. Criston Cole is dead. King's Landing is falling apart. Alicent is being sent toward her own son. And 5 dragon eggs hidden beneath Harrenhal may have just changed the future of House Targaryen. Let's begin with Criston Cole, because his final battle becomes everything he never wanted. Cole and what remains of his army march straight into the Butcher's Ball. At first, the bodies scattered across the ground appear to be dead rivermen, but then they suddenly rise and attack his exhausted soldiers. Even after surviving that first ambush, Cole realizes the truth. It was only meant to weaken them before Oscar Tully's forces and the Winter Wolves closed in from every direction. Cole tries to negotiate for the lives of his men, but there is no escape. He takes Alicent's old handkerchief, wraps it around his sword, and prepares for the heroic duel he always imagined would end his story. Instead, Black Ailey's arrows strike him down before he can even reach his enemies. One of the most feared knights in Westeros dies in the mud, without glory, without ceremony, and without the final fight he believed he deserved. While Cole's war ends, Rhaenyra's problems in King's Landing become much worse. The city is hungry, frightened, and increasingly angry. People come before the Iron Throne, asking for protection and basic supplies, but Rhaenyra has no practical answer. She blames Aemond Hightower for their suffering, but the people no longer care who created the crisis. She is their queen, which means every failure now belongs to her. Then the Iron Throne cuts her. I'm not saying one wound automatically proves she is unfit to rule. But in this world, that image matters. Rhaenyra can barely control the city. The City Watch is collapsing, and the people are beginning to see weakness where they once saw a rightful queen. Daemon wants to answer Aemond with dragonfire, but Rhaenyra refuses to burn her own subjects. Instead, she sends assassins into Tumbleton, disguised as Baratheon envoys. She hopes they can kill Daeron and Aemond before either man realizes what is happening. The plan almost works. Aemond believes the disguise, but Gwaine does not. He recognizes the visitors as assassins, and the attack ends before they can reach Daeron. The failure also exposes the growing fractures among the Greens. Daeron is tired of being used. Gwaine believes continuing the war is madness. And Aemond seems willing to sacrifice everyone around him while keeping himself far from danger. Meanwhile, Alicent reveals that Helaena is pregnant. She hopes the unborn child will give Rhaenyra a reason to protect her daughter. But the conversation becomes far more dangerous when Alicent explains that Helaena knows where Aemond is. He is at Harrenhal. Rhaenyra believes sending soldiers would only warn him, so she chooses a crueler solution. Alicent will go instead. Aemond may lower his guard when he sees his mother, allowing Rhaenyra to use Alicent as bait against her own son. Alicent agrees because protecting Helaena now guides every decision she makes. But whether she can actually kill Aemond is another question entirely. And Aemond has no idea she is coming. At Harrenhal, he is still recovering under Alys Rivers' care. He wants to leave and search for Vhagar, but Alys convinces him that the dragon's disappearance may actually be protecting him. Then she reveals the secret hidden beneath the castle. 5 ancient dragon eggs. One of the eggs grows warm in Aemond's hand, and Alys tells him that she wants a family of her own. The two finally kiss, creating a new and dangerous connection just as Alicent begins riding toward Harrenhal. The episode ends by making every major position even more unstable. Criston Cole is gone. Rhaenyra's authority is collapsing. Daeron has survived the assassination attempt. Corlys is ambushed while bringing reinforcements to King's Landing, and Alicent is heading directly toward Aemond, while Alys pulls him deeper into her plans. If you enjoy recaps like this, subscribe for the next one, leave a like to support the channel, and share this video with a friend who watches House of the Dragon. Then ask them one question. When Alicent reaches Harrenhal, will she save Aemond, betray him, or become the reason he finally falls? Because that meeting is exactly where our next video begins.